One tiny measuring mistake created a slime monster and turned the entire science festival into a glowing disaster. Bright noon sunlight filled the school hall as students arranged posters, models, and labeled experiments on long wooden tables. At the center of the room, Chubby Max prepared what he hoped would be the most impressive slime demonstration of the day. Timmy Tinker checked the bowls, measured the ingredients, and added a pinch of sparkling dust to make the mixture shine. Buddy Popcorn waited near the doorway, watching every movement with curious eyes. The recipe looked simple. Combine a small amount of liquid, stir slowly, and stop when the mixture became smooth and elastic. But Chubby Max hurried through the faded instructions and reached for the wrong container. Instead of choosing the small measuring cup, he lifted one nearly 10 times larger and poured the liquid into the basin. Timmy noticed the rising level and asked whether the amount seemed too generous. Max smiled confidently, believing that a larger batch would make a more spectacular presentation. For several seconds, nothing happened. Golden sunlight stretched across the floor. The hall remained peaceful, and even Buddy seemed disappointed by the ordinary bowl of liquid. Then the surface began to tremble. A single bubble appeared, followed by dozens more, and the mixture swelled above the rim like a glowing green cloud. Timmy stepped backward, but a sticky strand shot from the basin and wrapped around both of his shoes. He pulled one foot free, only to discover that the other was now attached to the table. Max grabbed a wooden spoon and tried to push the slime back into the bowl, but each movement made it expand farther. The mixture stretched across the table, slipped over the edge, and spread onto the polished floor. Buddy Popcorn entered the hall, sniffed the strange substance, and decided it looked like the greatest toy ever invented. Before anyone could stop him, Buddy bit a loose strand and pulled. The slime stretched across the room like an enormous glowing rope. Timmy shouted for Buddy to release it. Max held tightly to the basin, and all three became connected in the strangest tug-of-war the festival had ever seen. Buddy ran forward. The slime snapped tight, and Timmy and Max began sliding helplessly behind him. They glided past a model volcano, circled a table of magnets, and narrowly avoided a tower built from paper cups. Other students gathered around, first in surprise and then in loud laughter. From above, the hall looked less like a science festival and more like a giant piece of colorful, moving artwork. When Buddy finally stopped, Max and Timmy landed together in a soft pile of elastic slime. They expected the judges to end the experiment immediately. Instead, one judge asked whether the strange material could form useful shapes. Timmy looked at Max, then carefully stretched a section into a bright spiral. Max shaped another piece into a bouncing ring, while nearby students created stars, animals, and long twisting tunnels. The failed recipe slowly became an unexpected activity for the entire festival. Buddy sat beside the table, proudly watching everyone play with the substance he had helped spread across the hall. Timmy explained that the mixture was far too large because the measurements had been misread. He also explained how the accident revealed unusual elasticity, color, and strength that the original small batch might never have shown. The judges appreciated their honesty, quick thinking, and willingness to turn a mistake into a new experiment. By sunset, Chubby Max and Timmy Tinker received a special award for the funniest and most creative scientific discovery. Their celebration did not last long because the glowing slime still covered the floor, their clothes, and part of the notice board. Together, they collected the tools, scraped the tables, and rolled the remaining slime into a manageable bundle. Just when the hall appeared clean, Timmy leaned against the notice board and discovered that his sleeve was still sticky. Max tried to pull him free, but his own hands became trapped as well. For several ridiculous minutes, both friends stood attached to the wall while Buddy rested calmly by the door. When the slime finally loosened, they collapsed onto a nearby bench and watched the last sunlight fade from the windows. The noisy hall became peaceful again, leaving only clean tables, quiet posters, and memories of laughter. Max carefully reread the recipe and circled the correct measurement so the same mistake would not happen tomorrow. Timmy repaired a crooked display, organized the remaining equipment, and wrote down everything they had learned from the accident. They realized that good science requires accurate measurements, but discovery also requires curiosity when results do not follow the plan. A mistake should be examined, not hidden, because unexpected outcomes can reveal ideas that success never would. Under the moonlight, Buddy stretched beside the doorway while Timmy and Max switched off the final lamp. The three friends walked home beneath the stars, tired, sticky, and still laughing about the experiment that refused to stay inside its bowl. The school hall slept quietly behind them, holding the secret of a science festival where one enormous error became the happiest discovery of the day.